temple architecture. How temples were constructed during ancient time, that we are going to study and know more about it. Temple construction in the ancient time. You all know India is a land of diversities. Yes, so diverse culture and diverse architectures have been developed. Temples in India are famous for their elaborately carved. Yes, students. Audible? Akshara, it is audible clearly. Akshara, Mansha, it is audible clearly. Yes or no, Akshara? Audible? Okay. Temples in India are famous for the elaborately carved panels. I am audible, Chetna. Okay. So, we are going to study about the temple's architecture during the ancient period. Temples in India are famous for the elaborately carved panels with the images of gods and goddesses like Shiva, Vishnu, and Durga. Durga is a goddess. The chief deity was placed in a room known as Garbhagriha, where the priests performed religious rituals. So how were this? A room was there, and in that Garbhagriha, inside a room, where the priests, priests, pujari, were performing the rituals, where the main deity was placed. Deity yani Bhagwan. Clear? Deity means the main god was kept. To highlight the Garbhagriha as a sacred place, a tower was built on top of it. You can see the temples on the top of the main where this goddess is kept. Above it, a tower, shikara, is been made. One of its example could be seen at the Trigon temple. The temple at Mahabalipuram has been carved out from a single rock and is known as monolithic temple. Yes, this Mahabalipuram temple is very famous because this temple has been made from single rock. Clear? And this Shikara tower has been famous at Bidgon. Another example is there, that is of Mahabalipuram, a hall called Mandap for the people to assemble were also made in most of the temples. Yes, and Mandapa is there, means where a big hall is there, and after big hall there is a Garbhagriha inside which chief deity is placed, and above this Garbhagriha a tower like a shikara like is built, so that it shows that inside this there is a chief deity has been placed, and assembly is there which is called as Mandapa, where most of the pilgrims or the people gather for worshipping. Mahabalipuram and Ahihol are examples of some of the finest stone temples of that time. So, Ahihol and Mahabalipuram are famous for the examples of beautiful temple constructions of that time. Dear students, this was about the temple architect. Now, the next portion we go, that is paintings. These are the temple, students. You could see at Mahabalipuram, Ahihol, which are made. The ancient beauty of India. These all are in the southern part of India, southern India. If many of you might have visited, you might have seen these beautiful temples. Next and the last topic of this chapter is paintings. Paintings, the carved hollow out of hills were used as monasteries, especially by Buddhist monks. Yes. These are made at the caves and the hills, which were used as the monasteries. Monasteries means where these Buddhist people stay and do the preaching of Buddhism religion are called as monasteries. Monks yani Buddhist sadhus. Some of these caves were decorated with the paintings whose vivid colors have withstood the test of time. Clear, students? So some of these caves were decorated with the paintings whose used vivid colors. Vivid means different colors. Now, these colors were made up of plants and minerals. Earlier times, there were no chemicals. Yes, in the ancient time, there were no colors. So, how they were making the colors? With the help of plants and minerals only. Minerals we get from nature. Some 1500 years ago. That is example are Ajanta caves. Ajanta caves, you know. So, these Ajanta caves were made from these paintings. The paintings of Ajanta caves are present day also in the same condition. Beautiful. And their colors were made of these plants and mineral, students. They are world famous. The paintings in the Ajanta Ellora caves. So today also they are very famous, students. So this is all about the books and buildings. In India we have gone through construction work, architecture's work, art work, about the books, literature in this chapter, students.